So, who can tell? Krishna Varnam Tusha Krishnam Sangopangastra Parshadam Yajna Sankirtana Prayer Yajantihi Sumedhasa. Shastra says Srimad Bhagavatam, which is the highest Praman, Srimad Bhagavatam Pramanam Amalam, Prema Pumartho Mahan, tells us in the 11th canto, Srimad Bhagavatam is saying that Krishna Varnam, always repeating the name Krishna, 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 Krishna. Tvisha Akrishnam, complexion will not be dark. Opposite of dark, he'll be fair. Gore rahenge, Gauranga. Krishna Varnam, Tvisha Akrishnam. But he'll be chanting Krishna, 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 Krishna. Sangopangastra Parshadam. He will come with his associates like Sri Nityananda Prabhu, Sri Advaita Prabhu, Sri Gadadhara Prabhu, Sri Srivas Pandit, and others. And with the astra, with the weapon of Hare Krishna Mahamantra, Yajna Sankirtan prayer. Mainly he will do Sankirtan Yajna, which means other things also he will do. He will teach Raghunath Das Goswami how to worship Govardhan Shila. He will instruct Sri Gadadhar Pandit how to worship Tota Gopinath. He will instruct Jagadananda Pandit what is the Gaudiya Vaishnava way of visiting Sri Vrindavan Dham and doing Dhamvas and Dham Seva. All these things Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also did. He instructed the Goswamis to Krishna Prem, Krishna Bhakti, Seva Pravartan, Lupta Tirtha Uddhar, Vairagya Shikshan. All these things he did. But mainly, Praya means mainly, he came to give Nam Sankirtan. Yajna Sankirtana prayer. And he is worshipped through Nam Sankirtan because he is Sankirtanaika Pitaro Gaurnitai. They are the fathers of the Sankirtan movement. Sankirtanaika Pitaro Kamalaya Taksha Lotus-eyed Gaurnitai. They are the fathers of Sankirtan movement and therefore they are worshipped through Sankirtan mainly. You can do Pushpa Abhishek of Gaurnitai. You can do Panchamrit Abhishek of Gaurnitai. You can offer Gaur Arti to Gaurnitai. You can do so many things to Gaurnitai. But mainly they are worshipped through Harinam Sankirtan. That is the meaning of the word Praya. Yajna Sankirtana Prayer Yajanti. Their puja, Yajanti, happens through Sankirtan. If you have Gaurnitai deities at home, how many of you have Gaurnitai deities at home? If you have Gaurnitai deities at home, their primary worship is through Sankirtan. You can offer Aarti and everything. That is also necessary. But mainly you have to loudly chant. If you silently offer Aarti, Agarbatti, they will not be so happy. Mahaprabhu's worship is performed by Nam Sankirtan. That is the Shastra Vidhi. That is the regulation of revealed scripture. Yajna Sankirtana Prayer. Yajantihi Sumedhasa. Therefore, Param Vijayate Shri Krishna Sankirtana. So, which sacrifice can all of us perform today in 2026? It is Nam Sankirtan. It could be any Sankirtan. It could be any Sankirtan. It could be Nam Sankirtan, Leela Sankirtan, Guna Sankirtan. But Sankirtan has to be done. Sankirtan means, Sang means in Sangati. Bahuvish Militva, Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada writes. When many people come together, several people come together, that is Sang. And Kirtan. Kirtan comes from the word Kirti. Kirti means glory. So Kirtan means to glorify Krishna. Glorify Krishna by singing his names. Glorify Krishna by narrating his pastimes. Glorifying Krishna by describing his transcendental qualities. Nam Kirtan, Leela Kirtan, Guna Kirtan. And we can describe his beauty also, Rupa Kirtan. Like that. So we have to do Krishna Kirtan. Krishnot Kirtana Gana Nartana Parao Premamritam Bhonidhi. Kaler Dosha Nidhe Rajan Astiveka Mahanguna. Kirtana Deva Krishna Se Mukta Sangha Paramraj. Everywhere in Shastra, Krishna Kirtan is stressed. That is the Yajna. Yajna Sankirtana Prayer. Clearly it is mentioned. So the Yajna that we have to do is to do kirtan. 5 minutes, family members can come together, stand in front of Gaurnita, stand in front of Krishna, clap and Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. This is the yajna recommended for all of us. Or we can participate in the narration of Krishna Katha. That is also kirtan. But kirtan is the yajna sankirtana prior and coming together. Sankirtans come together. That is the best yajna that we can perform. And when this is performed without expecting any phala, what are some of the phala, nefarious phala a sadhak could expect from Krishna Kirtan? Raise your hands. Nefarious phala that we can expect. Yes, Kiran Prabhu.
Increase in Krishna Bhakti itself.
No. Nefarious means fruits that we are not supposed to aspire.
Oh, that give good health, or we expect good health and family promotion,
Yes.
like all those.
Okay. That is one. Daru Govinda Prabhu.
Most like the worst is like mukti.
Mukti. Yes. Mukti Spriha. Pishachi. They are called Pishachi by Srila Rupa Goswami in Bhakti Rasamrit Sindhu. That we should not entertain these desires for mukti and bhukti. Bhukti means enjoyment. Dhanam, Janam, Sundarim. And mukti means I don't want to suffer. No more janma, no more mrityu, no more jara, no more vyadhi. I want mukti from all these things. I want liberation. When we expect these things, then it becomes a transaction. It becomes a business. We become like Vanik. Srila Prahlad Maharaj says in 7th Canto. We become Vanik, businessman. I will do this for you, Krishna. You do this for me in return. Shri Krishna in Bhagavad Gita is saying in this particular shloka 17.11, aphala akanksha. We should not have any desire, akanksha, for any material rewards. Aphala. Material reward in exchange of our performance of the recommended yajna. And the recommended yajna according to Shastra is Sankirtan, Krishna Sankirtan. So if someone performs yajna without expecting anything in return, according to Shastra Vidhi, according to scriptural regulations, as a matter of duty, fixing one mind, then that is called as sattvic. It is in the mode of goodness. How did this chapter begin? Raise your hand who remembers. What was the question posed by Arjun? Yes, Haridas. How did the chapter begin?
I think it was about those who do not follow the Vedic scriptures and who do follow the Vedic scriptures, Guruji.
Remember, I had asked you this question in the beginning. This chapter began with me questioning you. Arjun questions Shri Krishna, what is the gati of the person who performs worship with faith, but not according to Shastra? So I asked you, how can someone have faithful worship without following Shastra? And then the correct answer was when we concoct our own method of worshipping. So Arjun's question was, what is the gati? What is the destination? What happens to such people who worship but without referring to the Shastra? So Shri Krishna says that in general, Arjun, the faith of a person can be of three types in the material world. And we discuss the four types of faith, which Abhinav will tell us. Abhinav, what are the four types of faith? In this chapter, because it is talking about Laukik Dharma, material Dharma, religiosity, Shri Krishna talks about three Dharma. But we spoke about four Dharma. The fourth Dharma was from Srimad Bhagavatam. Tell.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. I think the dharmas are the tamasic, rajasic, and sattvic, and then there's transcendental.
Excellent. Savai pumsam paro dharmo. Yato bhaktir adhokshaye. Krishna bhakti is the param dharma. Yes, Daru Govind Prabhu. You have a question? You want to say something?
Sorry. So there are 4 dharmas as per the other, like uh, dharma, artha, kama, moksha. That is also called as dharma, right?
They are purushartha, not dharma.
Or they are not. They are
Ah.
purushartha.
One of the purushartha is dharma.
Dharma is actually dharma.
They are the
They are
chatur purushartha. Chatur purushartha, 4
Chatur.
purushartha. And then pancham purushartha is Krishna prema. Prema pumarthoma. Like that. So here, sacrifices, faith of a person is of 3 types. Goodness, passion, ignorance. Sattvic shraddha, rajasic shraddha, tamasic shraddha. And we discussed what they are. We discussed the food. Food are also of 4 types. What are the 4 types of food? Haridasanudas? Chaturvidha Shri Bhagavat Prasad. What are the 4 types of food? There and here. Brownie points if you answer the 8 types of foods.
Really, I'm not sure. Sorry for this.
Huh?
I'm not sure, Prabhu. Sorry.
I know you are not sure. I know you are Haridasanudas. Haribol. Sorry, that was a PJ. Radha gets angry with me whenever I crack that PJ. Apurva Prem to the rescue. 8 types of
Hare
food.
Krishna,
4 plus 4. 4 from
So
Guru
there
Ashtakam,
is-
4 from Bhagavad Gita.
From Bhagavad Gita, there's tamasic food, rajasic food, and sattvic food, and then there's Krishna prasadam also.
Where is the Praman in
Is
Bhagavad
off.
Gita for that?
It's in the 3rd chapter, I think. I haven't memorized.
I didn't ask which chapter the Praman is. What is the Praman?
I don't know it yet.
Who knows? Kiran Prabhu.
We discussed the juicy
No,
food.
no, wrong. What is the Praman? For the 4th type of food, that is prasad, Bhagavad Gita. Many times we have discussed this verse. Yajna Sheshtashina Santo Muchyante Sarvakil Vishay. That is one. Yat Karoshi Yat Ashnashi Tat Kurushamadharpanam. That is there. Patram Pushpam Phalam Toyam. That is there. So many Praman are there from Bhagavad Gita. When we eat food that is offered to Shri Krishna, that is the 4th type of food, it is Krishna Prasad. It was in the purport last time we read. What was the 3-hour rule? Gaurav. Today is a rapid fire mood.
Any food that's except for Mahaprasad, that is.
Except for
Yeah.
Exactly.
Except. Oh, okay.
Very good. So food cooked more than 3 hours, beyond 3 hours, becomes tamasic, Shri Krishna says. But that does not apply to Krishna Prasad, because Krishna Prasad is transcendental. Now, why is restaurant food tamasic? Brownie points, who can confidently answer based on previous class. I say all restaurant food is tamasic. Yes, Lakshmi?
Restaurant food would be tamasic because it's considered that someone already ate out of it and we would be eating someone
Excellent.
else's leftovers.
Excellent. Superb. Shri Krishna says any uchishta is tamasic. Anybody's jhuta is tamasic food, mode of ignorance. Unless it is the jhuta of Srinivas Mukund Prabhu will tell us. Unless it is the remnants of
Transcendental.
yes, transcendental personalities like Shri Guru or pure devotees. Their uchishta, if we eat, we become supremely blessed. Praman, quickly. First canto Srimad Bhagavatam. Who can tell? Raise your hand. Quick. Shritan, you tell. Because you recently gave a presentation on that.
I'm not sure about the verse.
Okay, Gaurav. No, not the verse. Example. Where is Gaurav? Gaurav.
Yeah, I don't know the verse either, Prabhuji, but I'm just thinking of when Narad Muni accepted
Excellent.
the prasad from the sages.
Yes, when the Bhaktivedanta came, with their permission, once only, Dasiputra ate their remnants. And that was so powerful. Bhakta pada dhuli, bhakta pada jal, bhakta bhukta avashesh teen mahabal. He got that mahabal and became Narad Muni in his next life. Haribol. Shripad Narad Muni ki jai. So four types of food, my dear friends. Sattvic food, Rajasic food, Tamasic food, food in the mode of goodness, passion, ignorance. And the fourth is transcendental food, that is Krishna Prasad, food that has been cooked by devotee, offered by devotee with devotion to Krishna. Yo me bhaktya prayachati, tadam bhakti uparitam ashrami. So that is transcendental. And what are the four types of foodstuffs mentioned in Shri Guru Ashtakam? That Haridas Tanadas has to tell. Okay. He's doing too much vilas in Bilaspur. I have to pull his ears a little bit and stop his vilas. Yes, Daru Govind Prabhu.
So leakable, chewable, drinkable, and eatable, like that.
Yes. Food that is chewed, food that is drunk, food that is sucked like drumsticks, and food that is licked like lollipops. Haribol. Or mango. Seed. Sucked and licked. Haribol. Four types of food. But that is Shri Guru Ashtakam. But here we are talking about the four types of food: goodness, passion, ignorance, and transcendental prasad. Now, Shri Krishna in today's verse number 11, is talking about yajnas. Yajnas are also divided into three types. Laukik yajna. Now, yajna sankirtana prior is which type of yajna? Four type of yajna. Transcendental. That is spiritual. That is paralaukik. We are talking about laukik here. Three types of sattvic, rajasic, tamasic. Shri Krishna is explaining what is a sacrifice in the mode of goodness. A sacrifice done according to scriptural injunctions without expecting anything in return. That is sattvic. Text 12. I'll read a translation of 11 one more time. Of sacrifices, the sacrifice performed according to the directions of scripture as a matter of duty by those who desire no reward is of the nature of goodness. Text 12. Abhisandhaya tu phalam dambhartham apichayvayat ijjate bharatashreshtha tam yajnam vidhi rajasam. Now, in text 12, Shri Krishna is explaining what is a rajasic yajna. But the sacrifice performed for some material benefit or for the sake of pride. O chief of the Bharatas, you should know to be in the mode of passion, rajasic. Tam yajnam vidhi. Vidhi means you should know. Rajasam is in Rajogun, mode of passion. Which one? Where there is phal akanksha, where there is desire for some fruitive benefit, material benefit, that by performing this yajna, people will do wow, wow, jai, jai. They will glorify me. Oh, wow, wow, bravo, bravo, great person. He has performed this great pious act. When we expect something in return, it is in the mode of passion. Example, you donate a clock to a temple and then you write, Saprem Bhet, Ādi Gadādhara Dāsa. Everybody will see that for all time to come, that this Ādi Gadādhara Dāsa has donated this clock to this mutt. That is in the mode of passion because I want recognition. 13. Vidhihinam asrishtannam mantrahinam adakshinam shraddha virahitam yajnam tamasam parichakshate. Any sacrifice performed without regard for directions of scripture. Vidhihinam, Shastra Vidhihinam, without attention to the directions of the revealed scriptures. So you do something that is not mentioned anywhere in scriptures. That is called Shastra Vidhihinam. And Asrishta Annam, without distribution of prasad. Therefore, Srila Prabhupada said, ISKCON programs, they are yajna. Therefore, there should be prasad. Krishna prasad should be served. Without chanting of Vedic hymns, mantrahinam, without giving dakshina to the person performing the yajna. Whichever yajna, it may be a fire yajna, it may be a sankirtan yajna, it may be a nam kirtan yajna, harikatha yajna, any yajna it may be. But we should give some dakshina to the person who is performing the Brahman who is performing the yajna. So when there is a dakshinam, there is no dakshina given to the Brahman. And yajna performed Shraddha Virahitam Yajnam. यज्ञ परफॉर्म्ड विदाउट फेथ. अरे ठीक है यार, इंडिया से मम्मी पीछे पड़ी है, सत्यनारायण की पूजा करो, नया घर खरीदा है, ठीक है, बुलाओ इंडियन स्टोर्स, इंडियन टेम्पल से किसी पुजारी को, कॉल सम साउथ इंडियन ब्राह्मण फ्रॉम दैट इंडियन टेम्पल एंड डू सम पूजा, अदरवाइज मम्मी विल ईट माई हेड. Without faith, that is in the mode of ignorance. Tamasic. Tamasam parichakshate. It is considered, parichakshate means it is considered tamasic yajna. When there is no shraddha, there is no giving of dakshina to the Brahman, there is no reference to scriptures, it is not performed according to the Shabda Brahma, revealed scriptures, and it is not performed with the chanting of appropriate Vedic mantras, mantrahinam, and there is no distribution of Krishna prasad. Asrishtannam. Such a yajna is tamasic. Any sacrifice performed without regard for the directions of scripture, without distribution of spiritual food, prasadam, without chanting of Vedic mantras, hymns, and without remuneration to the priest, and without faith is considered to be in the mode of ignorance. Now, I want intelligent, all of you are intelligent. I take that back. I want one devotee to harmonize 11 and 13 in regard to aphala and adakshinam. I will not say anything more. Who understood my heart? Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Keshav, Madhav, Prabhu.
Am I audible?
Yes, Prabhuji. Both within and without. In my heart also.
Without performing the Dakshina Patra, without offering Dakshina, the Yajna is not complete. If
Correct.
the Yajna is not complete, then the Falashruti is not attained because that Yajna is not complete.
But Krishna says in 11 that the yajna should be aphala akanksha.
Without desire, we are doing without desire, but that Yajna will not be complete as well. So it will not be pleasing to Lord if in case the Yajna is not complete.
Very good. So, my dear friends, excellent. Thank you, Keshav Madhav Prabhu. I muted you for your convenience. You're driving. Don't worry. You just focus on driving. Hare Krishna. Very good. This point I want to hammer. Everybody attentive? Say Hari Bol if you are attentive. Hari Bol. The performer of the yajna and the participants of the yajna should do it aphala akankshita. They should do it without expecting any material result. The person, Brahman, who is performing and the devotees who are participating, they should do it without expecting anything in return. However, those who are participating, they should not become adakshinam. They should make sure that you give some dakshina, some remuneration to the Brahman who is performing the yajna. Are you understanding? Two sides. The performer of the yajna and the participants, the beneficiary of the yajna on this earth planet. Of course, the beneficiary is Krishna, Bhoktaram Yajna Prasam Sarva Loka Maheshwaram. But the participants of the Yajna, or you can say the Yajman, and the Ritvik, who is performing the Yajna, both should not expect anything in return. Both are doing it for the pleasure of Krishna. Shri Krishna Prityartham. I am doing it for the pleasure of Shri Krishna. But it is the duty of the participant to give dakshina to the Brahman, even though the Brahman doesn't expect. Is it clear? Kulashekar, is it clear? Yes? Okay. 14. Devadvija Guru Pradnya Pujanam Shaucham Arjavam Brahmacharyam Ahimsacha Shariram Tapa Uchyate. So that's why in our society it is the pratha to give some dakshina. Anytime a visitor preacher comes, anytime somebody gives class, some Vaishnava comes home, we always give some dakshina. Now, dakshina doesn't always have to be money. Dakshina can be a book. Dakshina can be any gift. You can give dhoti to a preacher, you can give a sari to a Mataji. But this, we are receiving from them. We are receiving katha, kirtan, divya jnana from them. So there should be reciprocation. Or one could even serve them very nice prasad and offer our heart to them. If one does not have the means to give anything in dakshina, that is also fine. We can just offer our ears, offer our time, offer ourselves in their service. That is also dakshina. But some reciprocation has to be there, not that we just sit with a notebook in a class. Okay, I heard good points, and then we go in the office and we start showing off our knowledge. Hey, do you know this? There are 3 types of yajna, and I will tell you 4th type also. Listen to me. We show off our knowledge, which we have taken from the Gurujan, without reciprocating with them. That is not good. So that is the point. Now, what happens in text 14? Shri Krishna is saying, tapasya. Shri Krishna spoke about yajna, 3 types of yajna. Now he's going to talk about tapasya. Tapa. Tapa also is categorized based on the faith. Different faiths. There is sattvic faith, rajasic faith, tamasic faith. Austerity of the body consists in worshipping the Supreme Lord, the Brahmanas, the spiritual master, and superiors like father and mother. Deva is Krishna, Vasudeva. Dvija means the twice born, those who are initiated, the Brahmanas. Guru means Guru, spiritual master. Pradnya means worshipable personalities. Pujanam, their worship. Austerity of the body. What is the tapasya for the sharir? Tapasya for the body. What is austerity for the body? Because austerity purifies. So what is austerity of the body? Austerity of the body means to worship Krishna, worship Sri Guru, worship the Brahmanas, worship the superiors like mother, father, elders. Serving them, worshipping them is austerity of the body. Also, shaucham, remaining clean, brushing our mouth, teeth, cleaning the tongue with toothpaste and toothbrush after eating every meal, before going to bed, after waking up. 2-3 times a day we should brush our teeth. Keep oral hygiene is very important. Then hygiene of the body is important. Washing hair, shaving, cleaning our face. One reason Srila Prabhupada standardized being clean shaven in ISKCON is because it is unhygienic to have mustache and beard. It may be a sign of renunciation, and those who are Vairagis, they are chanting 3 lakh names a day, they have no time to shave. And for them, that is good. But we live our life how our Acharya has told us. And our Acharya is His Divine Grace, Srila Abhay Charana Arvinda Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj, Srila Prabhupada. We are in his institution. We are in his family. And Srila Prabhupada wants us to be clean shaven because it is hygienic. So we should shave, because I have seen many times when you blow your nose and you have a mustache, the mucus from the nose gets stuck in the mustache. Sometimes food particles get stuck in the mustache. It's just not hygienic. As a medical doctor, I'm telling you, it's not hygienic to have a mustache. It's hygienic to be clean shaven. So Srila Prabhupada standardized it. But some renunciants who are living in the forest, they're living in the dham, they have no mirror, they have no razor blade, they have no aftershave, they have no foam, they are chanting day and night. For them, it is glorious to not cut their hair, not shave their mustache and beard. But in the International Society for Krishna Consciousness, we have time to look at NDTV, Fox, and CNN. We are very well versed who won the Football World Cup. We definitely have time to shave. Put a kirtan, put a class on your phone, and shave. That is how Srila Prabhupada has set the standard. Physical cleanliness, washing the clothes, keep wearing clean clothes. That is very important. If we wear dirty clothes or we don't practice hygiene, we are setting a very bad example. When I was in medical school, one devotee, one colleague told me that I stay away from ISKCON because I am traumatized. He said, this person, he comes to my room every day, just sits and preaches and preaches and preaches to me. And every time he opens his mouth, oh my God, that devotee's mouth stinks so bad. My whole room becomes polluted when he comes in my room. Get him some good toothbrush, toothpaste, and mouthwash and floss. This actually one medical colleague told me that by God, he comes in my room, closes the door, it's just him and me. He's sitting right across from me in a chair and he just speaking this philosophy. The whole room stinks when he comes. So how are we representing Krishna here? Not ideally. So we should be clean. We may not be very opulently dressed. We may not wear designer clothes or have designer perfume, but at least we should not have body odor. We can use a simple deodorant, take a bath 2-3 times a day, wear clean clothes, and make sure our mouth is brushed and clean. So this physical hygiene, nails are clipped every week. Our fingernails should be clipped short. Clipped nails, very important when we cook for Radharani in the kitchen. Having long nails is muchi. It is not considered very clean. So this is part of Shaucham. This is the austerity of the body. Tapasya of the deha. Austerity of the body. We have to perform austerity with the body. This is the austerity that Sri Krishna is recommending. That you practice Shaucham. You practice cleanliness. Arjavam. Arjavam means simplicity. We wear simple dhoti, simple kurta, simple chadar, or simple bagalbandi, simple sari, gopi dress for Matajis. So like that. And even when we go to workplace, we should wear whatever clothes are required based on the social custom and be well dressed, but not very gaudy, not very flashy. So that is the meaning of Arjavam. Simple. We should be simple. Simplicity. And simplicity, straightforwardness in dealings also. Brahmacharya. Shri Krishna says, the tapasya for the body is to practice brahmacharya. Brahmacharya means to abstain from sex life. That is the austerity for the body. So when we practice celibacy, we are actually practicing a recommended austerity with our body for the pleasure of Krishna as recommended by Shri Krishna in the 17th chapter, text number 14, Bhagavad Gita. Just by abstaining, just by practicing celibacy. Krishna clearly says brahmacharya is celibacy. That is also tapasya of the body. And tapasya, three things we must do. Shri Krishna will explain in the 18th chapter, the next chapter. Yajna, tapasya, and dan. Sacrifice, austerity, and charity. These three things a human being should never give up, ever. Austerity of the body consists of worshipping Krishna, Guru, Brahmanas, superiors like father, mother, in practicing Arjavam, simplicity, in practicing Shaucham, cleanliness, in practicing Brahmacharya, celibacy, and Ahimsa, non-violence. Shariram tapa uchyate, Shri Krishna says. This is the austerity of the sharir, of the body. Shariram tapa uchyate. It is a tapasya of the sharir. That we worship Guru Krishna, Vaishnavas, parents. We Practice simplicity, arjavam, practice cleanliness, shaucham, practice celibacy, brahmacharyam, and we practice non-violence, ahimsa. Non-violence means to kill animals, to hurt others with our speech and action. So both physical and verbal non-violence should be our nature. It should be our default setting. But sometimes in extreme situations, sometimes when the situation really demands, we may resort to violence. How Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu resorted to violence when Sri Nityananda Prabhu was assaulted by Madai. So this is Shariram Tapa Uchyate, austerity of the body. Text 15, very famous and very important verse. What is the austerity of the speech now? Anudvegakaram vakyam satyam priyahitam chayat swadhyayabhyasanam chaiva vangmayam tapa uchyate. Austerity of the speech consists of speaking words that are satyam, truthful, pleasing, priya, hitam, they are beneficial, and anudvegakaram, they don't cause agitation. And also, austerity of the speech lies in regularly reciting Vedic literature. Swadhyaya abhyasanam cha eva. Abhyasanam means abhyas, practicing. What? Swadhyaya. Vedic study. Practicing Vedic study. Studying the Shastra. This is also austerity of the speech. Just sitting and reciting the shlokas of Srimad Bhagavatam. Janmadasya tonvayaditaratas chartesha bitnya swarat tene brahmaridaya adikavaye muyanti yatsura. Just like that, just reciting the Vedic scriptures. Krishnaya Vasudevaya Haraye Paramatmane Pranata Klesha Nashaya Govindaya Namo Namaha. Just Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita, Chaitanya Charitamrita, whatever verses we know, we should keep reciting. Or Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Mahamantra. It is mentioned in the Shastra, Kali Santarna Upanishad, in the Tantra Shastras, in Sri Chaitanya Bhagavat. Hare Krishna Mahamantra is directly mentioned. We can just keep reciting Hare Krishna Mahamantra. That is austerity of the speech. If we don't have anything to speak that is truthful, that is beneficial, that is pleasing, that is non-agitating, then just sit and keep chanting Hare Krishna or other favorite verses. Jayati Jana Nivaso Devaki Janmavado Yaduvara Parishat Swair Torbhirasmin Dharmam Sthirachara Vrijinagna Susmita Shri Mukhena Vrajapura Vanitanam Vardhayan Kamadevam. Just keep chanting Vedic mantras. That is austerity of this speech. Vangmay. Vangmay means our speech. Tapa uchyate. It is the austerity of the speech. Anudvega karam vakyam. We should speak words that don't agitate others. Sometimes we have something truthful to say, but we know it will agitate others. We should not be too enthusiastic to do that. My example that I always give is one devotee passed away. One devotee left his body. He was rather young, perhaps my age. Not an age where you expect someone to die. Wife and I think one child or two children, I don't remember now, died in an accident. I'm telling a true story. I knew this devotee. Died in an accident, and the devotees, local devotees, one of them was so enthusiastic to share this news. Immediately on all the WhatsApp group, he put, heartbreaking news, such and such Prabhuji has left his body. And that devotee's wife found out about her husband's death on WhatsApp. Because you know how these messages are forwarded. It was so insensitive. That devotee did not even wait for the family to be notified. It's just basic culture, basic decency, basic sensitivity. At least wait for the loved ones to be notified. Then what is the such a hurry to put on the group? So this is what we have to cut. Anudvega karam vakyam. Sometimes we want to share something that is truthful, but it is going to cause udveg, it is going to cause agitation to others. Why are we so enthusiastic to share bad news? We should not be enthusiastic to share bad news, my dear friends. It is explained by our acharyas in Srimad Bhagavatam. Some time ago we were studying the prasanga of Yayati Maharaj. When Devyani goes to her father, Shukracharya Maharaj, after she is thrown naked in the well by Sharmishtha and her Sakhis, somehow Yayati Maharaj, by higher arrangement, by Daiva, by the arrangement of providence, he comes there, pulls her out, rescues her, gives his Uttariya and Kamarpatta to her to cover her body. She goes home to Shukracharya Maharaj. And when she goes home, she narrates the whole episode to Shukracharya. That we were happily enjoying fun frolic in the lake, in that garden where only ladies are allowed. And suddenly in the sky we saw Lord Shiva and Mother Parvati. Naturally, we became very embarrassed and we came out of the lake and picked up our saris to immediately cover ourselves. In the haste, I mistook Sharmishtha's sari for my sari, and accidentally I wore Sharmishtha's sari. She got very upset with me. And after Lord Shiva left, which he very quickly did, Sharmishtha started chastising me, insulting me. And she said things like, "How dare you touch my sari?" Oh, sorry, I got it the other way. Devyani, uh, Sharmishtha mistook Devyani's sari for her sari, and Sharmishtha, who was the daughter of the king Vrishaparva, she wore Devyani's sari. So Devyani chastised Sharmishtha angrily. This Devyani is telling her father, Shukracharya, who was the guru of Maharaj Vrishaparva, who was the king of the demons at that time. So Vrishaparva Maharaj's daughter is Sharmishtha. Kulguru Shukracharya's daughter is Devyani. And Sharmishta accidentally wore Devyani sari. Devyani chastised Sharmishta very harshly. "How dare you wear my sari? Don't you know I am a Brahmani? You are a Kshatriyani. Kshatriyas are lower than Brahmanas." So Sharmishta got really angry. She started, now please listen carefully. Sharmishta started insulting Devyani in retaliation. And Sharmishta said, "What, Brahman? Your father is a servant of my father. Where does food come on your table from? My father, King Vrishaparva, provides. When your father wants Dakshina, he comes to the door of my father. Your father, even though he's a Brahman, he is dependent for monetary maintenance on my father. My father maintains your father. My father provides money to your father." Like that, Sharmishta spoke about Shukracharya. And this Devyani went and told Shukracharya. And then whatever happened, Sharmishta got even more angry and she took away the sari of Devyani. "Sari, sari, sari. Such a big deal you're making because I wore your sari. Give me your sari." She took away the sari, made Devyani naked and threw her into the well. So now all this, Devyani went and narrated to her father Shukracharya. Superficially, it may appear that, okay, nothing wrong. But our acharyas have commented that Devyani did something wrong. When Devyani went to her father Shukracharya, she could have said that I got into an argument with Sharmishtha and they got really upset with me and they threw me in the well without my clothes. All that she could have told about Lord Shiva coming, saris getting exchanged, some argument happening, and then I was thrown into the well. And Maharaj Yayati came and like a hero, he rescued me. All this Devyani could have told Shukracharya Maharaj. But she should have refrained from telling that Sharmishta said that Shukracharya is a beggar. Shukracharya is maintained by my father. This part Devyani should have omitted. This is the opinion of our acharyas. Because those words cause unnecessary agitation. Because then Shukracharya said, to hell with this profession of being a Purohit. To hell with this profession of being a Ritvik of the king. Better I would have left with Shiloncha Vritti, just taking something, leftovers from the agricultural fields after harvest, picking some leftover grains from the grain market at the end of the day. Better I live like that instead of being maintained by the king. This Shukracharya said because his heart was tormented by what Devyani told him, the words of Sharmishtha. So now this is so subtle, isn't it? So subtle. When we are in an agitated state, we just speak anything. But Shri Krishna is saying, Anudvega Karam Vakyam. We should be careful not to speak words which agitate others. And this is a real challenge. Real challenge for me. It's very difficult. And this is what we should pray for. This requires Krishna Kripa. That we are not enthusiastic to speak things that will agitate others, things that are bad news. Also, before we speak anything, we should make sure that what we are speaking is true. Very important. What we are speaking is true. That is our responsibility before we speak something. Because if we speak something that is not true, then that may soon become a rumor. And that is not good. So we should make sure that what we speak is true. Here Krishna says Satyam. Anudega Karam Vakyam, don't speak things that will agitate others unnecessarily. Satyam, speak things that are truthful. Priya, speak things that are truthful but tell them in a palatable way. In a palatable way. For example, if someone says some things to us that we perceive as disrespectful or hurtful, instead of saying, you were very rude to me, you were very insensitive to me, you don't know how to speak. Instead of saying like that, we can take that person privately and say, Prabhu or Mataji, when you said that to me, it made me feel like that. You understand the difference? Instead of insinuating that you were rude, you were insensitive, we can put it in a different way by saying, when you said those things, it made me feel hurt or it made me feel devalued. There's a big difference between saying, your words made me feel like that, because that's what we're expressing and that's what we're experiencing. Instead of judging and coming to a conclusion that you were rude, you were insensitive, because there, by saying that, we are conveying that I have already concluded that you were rude. I have already concluded that you were wrong. I have already concluded that you were insensitive. You see the subtle difference? Instead of judging them and passing a judgment, you were wrong when you said that. We can say that when you said that, it made me feel like this. And then let the person respond. If the person is sensitive, sensible, they will understand and respond accordingly. Oh, Prabhuji, that was not my intention to make you feel like that. My intention was like this. That's the art of conversation. Or another very subtle point is when someone says, that person does such a nice kirtan. And we say, but doesn't chant 16 rounds. What is the use of doing nice, sweet, melodious kirtan? So instead of saying that, if we really have that position of authority and we have good intention, we are talking to, let's say, to the singer's family member, and we want to give a constructive feedback. First of all, we should give it directly to the kirtanier, the singer directly, the kirtanier. But if we have to say, we can say, yes, we should first acknowledge, yes, he sings very melodiously or she sings very melodiously. It's very nice. Certainly Krishna Kripa. Otherwise, one cannot sing like that. And it would be even better if 16 rounds are chanted. That will give more potency. See the difference? So, in Hindi we say nakaratmak vachan. हमें नकारात्मक वचन नहीं बोलने. We don't want to engage in negative talks, negative thinking, negative talks. It should be, truth should be spoken, but truth should be spoken priya, in a pleasing way. Sometimes, in the name of speaking the truth, we are rude. And when we are questioned, we say, I am a very straightforward person. I don't mince. Baba, देखो ये सब diplomacy मुझे जमती नहीं है. I am a very straightforward man. I like to call a spade a spade. We are justifying our rudeness by calling ourselves straightforward. I am truthful. I am non-duplicitous. I am non-diplomatic. We are just avoiding ourselves with all those nice adjectives because we want to justify our rude speech. It's a very toxic nature of a conditioned soul. And this we should guard against. Shri Krishna is saying, speak the truth, but speak it pleasingly. Satyam Bhruva, Priyam Bhruva. Speak the truth, but speak it in a palatable way, in a pleasing way. Anudvegakaram vakyam. Don't agitate others. Already there is so much sorrow in this world, my dear friends. Why should we be enthusiastic to give bad news to people? Why should we be enthusiastic to criticize people? Already there is so much suffering in this world. This dukkha. Why we should increase dukkha of others? And hitam, very important. What we speak should be beneficial to that person. Sometimes it may be unpalatable. And we should try to make it palatable if possible. But it should be for the benefit of the person. Hitam. What we speak should benefit. Narad Muni spoke angrily. You should become more sensitive. For that you must suffer and therefore become trees. He cursed them to become trees from being the most spoiled godly brats, Nala, Kuber and Manigriv, because they were the sons of Kuber, richest man. In today's world, for our contextual understanding, it may mean some very pious, rich industrialists, spoiled children, eligible bachelors. They were spoiled brats. Punish them from being spoiled brats, demigods, to becoming trees. But hitam. There was their salvation embedded in them. Otherwise, Nalaku and Manigiri would have taken so long to attain Golok Vrindavan. But by Sri Narad Muni's mercy, immediately they were in Vrindavan. So hitam. What we speak should be for the benefit, but it should be spoken as palatably as possible. It should be the truth and it should be non-agitating. Now, if a cow runs in a direction, there's a bifurcation, and the cow runs in one direction, and a kasai's butcher comes and asks us, where did the cow go? Satyam. I have to speak the truth. Make a left. Well, if you go like 100, 200 feet, you'll find the cow. Is that Satyam? So this also requires intelligence. There are different levels of truth. There are lower truths and there are higher truths. The highest truth is to please the absolute supreme personality of Godhead. What will please Krishna? That is the highest truth, because Krishna is the absolute truth. Krishna is the absolute truth. Satyam Satyam Purah Satyam Harer Nama Eva Kevalam. So we should do what will please Krishna. That is the highest truth. But we should be careful about speaking lies also. In the name of, like Srila Sanatan Goswami, he told the jailer that when Nawab Hussain Shah comes and asks about me, tell him that I drowned in the river. It's a complete lie. Sanatan Goswami was giving him a bribe. But why? To please the absolute truth, Shri Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Therefore, it is justified. Satyam. So, which truth are we dealing with? A temporary naimittic Satya or Nitya Satya, Krishna? And Swadhyaya Abhyasanam. We should recite the Vedic literature. We should memorize the verses. Once we memorize the verse, we can carry it in our heart anywhere. We don't need a shloka book. So we should try to memorize verses also. That is austerity of the speech. Okay. It is 9 o'clock, so we'll stop at 15, and Krishna willing, we will continue from 16. These are very deep verses with lots of lessons and much to meditate upon. So we're a little slow. We'll continue from the next verse, Krishna willing, from text 16, day after tomorrow. Thank you very much, dear devotees. Sorry we started late, so I ended also a little late. Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Shri Bhagavad Gita ki jai. Are there any questions or comments? Okay, thank you very much. Hare Krishna. Jai Jai Shri Radhe.
Hare